Okay, everybody, this is another Noob Nerds unboxing. This time we're going for the Hasbro GI Joe Classified GI the Mad Marauders Barbecue, Gabriel Kelly. So the front we have barbecue. I'm not. I'm gonna say this off the beginning of this video. Not sure how I'm gonna like this figure because I really enjoyed or really liked the original version of barbecue back in the 80s, but I have zero connection to this Mad Marauders. I'm not really even sure what that is. Not sure if that's supposed to be like Sergeant Slaughter's Marauders or what. So let's take a look at this. And I'm assuming it is. So let's take a look at this. We got nice imaging on the front. This is one of the all cardboard packages. This is number 58. Another image of barbecue on the side. His other pictures of him. Looks like he's a little over 6 foot, well, almost 6.5 foot, according to this. Stuff here says, don't put this stuff in your mouth. If you do, you're a moron, so don't do it. Same on the bottom. On the side has the specialties. Of course, it's covered up by the Ross sticker. Once again, this is not sponsored by Ross, but although it would have been nice if it was. But yeah, let's open this up and take a look at it and see if it's actually okay. This might turn into a custom fodder. I might actually just go ahead and paint this as the regular barbecue. But yeah, let's see. Let's take a look at this and see what we got. Sorry, folks, you know, we're all professional here at Noob Nerds. Okay, so once again, we have the figure, and then we have the accessories. It comes in a little bit smaller box, actually, with his name on it. It's kind of neat. And nothing else in the actual container itself. So let's get this dude out of here and see what we got. I might keep this box simply because it's a good storage for weapons and stuff like that, but we'll see. I already have one from Snake Eyes, and it's not even partway full, but I mean, really, can you ever have too much storage? Okay, let's get this guy laid out and let's see what we got. Okay, so let's go over barbecue first. He has the normal GI Joe classified movement in the head, left and right, up and down, some movement in the neck, movement at the shoulder, swivel at the bicep, movement at the elbow, movement at the wrist on both sides, drop down on the hips, or on the leg, really. Slight crunch, actually not bad crunch for everything he has on him. Swivel, does he have swivel at the thigh? He should have swivel at the thigh like every other G.I. Joe, and he does, and it's just kind of stuck. And I'm going to have to take a heat gun to that later. Not right now. He has movement at the knee, and movement forward-facing pin for rocker at the ankle. Okay. Let's take a look at this. For accessories, he has his axe for cutting through doors in case of a fire. He has a hose. I'm assuming that hooks up to this. Yep. And then hooks up into his fire suppressant gun. And then a smaller axe with some spikes here. I guess if he has to fight some cobra. You never know. Maybe Cobra's trying to stop him from putting out fires. It's possible. And let's get some accessories on this dude and see what he looks like. Okay, so let's start with the fire suppression unit. So a hose connects to the back of the dispenser, the gun, and then into the tanks. Tanks look really good. A lot of detail here. Even some little small things there, which I can't really see what they are, but maybe they're selling them what kind of fires the thing can put out, which is a good possibility. Peg is long, nice, fits into the back really well. It's pretty secure. And then the fire suppressant gun goes into the hand. Actually fits pretty well. It's nice, tube's nice and flexible, so it does move around a lot, which is nice. Then we have, get that out of your fingers. We have a holster for the fire suppressant unit right there. And then he has his 2 axes. I think there's a little space here for one. Although I'm not sure it's this one. It might be the smaller one. Let's see. Maybe that one fits in there. Like that. Hangs on the belt like that. And this one fits back in here. And that's a good possibility. Okay, so he has everything stored on him, which is kind of nice. And let's get him into some little more posing and see what we got. Okay, here he is in a neutral stance. Not too bad. I did have to use a stand to get him to stand up properly, but I mean, other than that, I mean, it's kind of typical for a lot of 6-inch figures to have to do that. But yeah, let's take a look and see what he looks like when he's in action. Okay, here he is trying to put out a fire. Sorry, it's best I can do. Didn't have any flaming like dioramas or anything like that, so yeah. Okay, so after further consideration, I decided to go ahead and just customize this barbecue because I didn't like the colors. I have no attachment to the Marauders or anything like that, so I was like, heck with it, I'm just gonna make my own barbecue. So I went ahead and I spray painted the body white, and I need to touch it up a little more. The head black, and I'll get the face painted, you know, with the silver guard. But I got this. It's the closest I could find to his like safety orange color. And hopefully that works. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and modify that barbecue like I said I was probably going to in my first video. So I went ahead and I spray painted the head as a matte, heck, focus, there we go. A matte black, and I went ahead, started painting with this pewter gray. I know, once again, it's not an exact match, but it's close enough. I spray painted the body with a white, and I'm going to go over it with this orange paint from Reaper Miniatures. Sorry, I had a little bit of a brain fart there. And you can see it kind of looks like that. I know I need to go over those little black spots and put black on here. But yeah, let's go ahead and get a little bit further into this, and I get the rest of that tape off of there. And yeah, let's see what kind of progress we can make on this. Okay, so I changed my mind on the gray color. I'm going to go with this pavement color instead. It's a little darker and matches a little better, I think, to my images of it. So, let's see. Okay, I got a little bit of paint on him. I'm gonna have to go back over obviously some spots. A lot of this like apple barrel paint is you need like a couple different coats of it, and surprisingly, even this Reaper paint, I'm having to use a couple coats. Usually, this stuff is really good. I know this is a sample that I got as like a gift because I won something from one of their streams one time. But still, usually their coverage is really good. But this time it looks like I'm gonna have to go over a little bit more. Maybe it's because it's orange and that's kind of the nature of orange. Who knows? But making good progress. And in case you're wondering what color orange this is, I honestly I don't know because I said it's a sample. It's really really close in color to this pumpkin orange from Apple Barrel, so it might be there, and it's a slight bit darker, but it's close to it. So maybe that's like a pumpkin from them. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. So after a second coat of that pavement, it's starting to look okay. Still need to touch up a little bit in areas. You can see white little dots in there. Probably not going to be too noticeable from the front now. Nope, it is noticeable. I'll get that. And then the helmet as well. Almost done. We have a little more touch-ups, and it should be okay. Okay, so I used this silver marker from Pilot to get the face. Come on, focus. And yes, I know it needs some touch up, and I'll go back over again with some black or some pavement, excuse me, and touch up where I went over and fix the other parts that are rough. So, okay. Okay, so I went ahead and I used one of these Pilot silver markers on the face mask to give it that silver look to it. Head's pretty much done at this point, so now we just got to finish up the body. Still need another coat of orange, and we can work on the reds and blacks and the rest of the, well, I guess the rest of it is black, huh? Yeah, well, red and black. And then we'll finish up and see what it looks like. Barbecue's got a big old butt. Oh, yeah. Nice thing is with this, you don't have to be too neat in most areas. Do in others, though. And of course, with different, when I put on the different colors, I'll have to be a little more neat too, with the red and the blacks and stuff like that. But I think this second coat is going to do this pretty well, actually. And of course, with this, I can just be a little more messy, as I said before, because I'm going to come back over. I still got to do like the boots in black and stuff like that. So If I go over a little bit on there, it's not going to matter too much, which would be nice. It's kind of nice to do projects like this occasionally, so you don't have to worry about, like doing miniatures. You have to be so neat and careful and all that, but with this type of paint, it's definitely a lot easier. Had to load up a little more paint to use. And that leg is pretty much done. A little spot right there. Happy little pant fold, to quote, I mean, I don't know if Bob Ross has ever said anything like that or not, but if he did, he did paint an action figure, it's probably what he would have said. And it would have been, oops, not that that matters anyway, because that'll be covered up in black. Not too worried about like the white that's inside of there, because really not going to see it anyway. So right now, I'm just worried about getting the stuff that is going to be seen. Okay, it's time to put the black stripes on here. I tried with a Sharpie and I'm not really liking it, so I'm going to go ahead and use some paint on it and see what we can do. For this, I'm just going to use this Anita's acrylic paint. Somehow I always wind up having like 8 bottles of black paint. I'm not really sure why. I guess I just keep buying paint thinking I need it. And I'm going to have to change into my sexy glasses for this one, so I can actually see better. And now it's going to be time to put on some red. I'm going to use some Bones Master Series Heraldric red. It's a good red, deep red, and it kind of matches what it looks like according to the pictures I've seen. I also figured out a way to do some of the little stickers that are on the fire extinguisher tanks, and I'm going to use some little symbols from this. It's not going to be a perfect match, but I mean, it'll be good enough. I mean, who else is, I mean, it's for me, so it's not like anybody's, it's not like this is going to anybody else's collection, so it is what it is. Okay, and with the final black on there, I think I am done. I'm going to go ahead and give this a coating of satin, clear satin, this stuff. Just to bring it a little more in line with the sheen from the other Joes. I just don't want to go through and keep chasing small imperfections, because I'm always going to find something else. You know what? It's good enough for the shelf. As I said, I'm never going to sell this thing. It doesn't matter too much. It's just for my personal collection. So, okay, let's get this thing sprayed. Okay, so let's get this guy reassembled. One thing I didn't show earlier is I did put a couple little rub-on or water slide decals on there, just because, you know, it had them in the actual figure itself, And yeah, I know they're not perfect, but as I said before, no one else is going to see this but me. I mean, you guys are going to see it, but not in person, so it doesn't really matter too much. And let's get the weapons in there. And his holsters. Use a little bit of force on these, because adding that little couple layers of paint did actually make it just a little tiny bit wider. So and there we go. There's Barbecue finished with his G.I. Joe colors. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this. Yeah, it was kind of a fun project. Not perfect, but good enough for me. I enjoyed it. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.